Independence Air launched in 2004 as a low-fare regional carrier based at Washington Dulles, but aggressive competitive pricing from established legacy rivals, combined with skyrocketing jet fuel costs, rapidly drained cash reserves, forcing a bankruptcy filing and full operational shutdown in 2006. Reno Air was established in 1992 to build a low-cost regional passenger network across the West Coast until American Airlines purchased the entire carrier in 1999 to expand its regional market footprint, which led to the complete retirement and integration of the brand. Shortly after, Mohawk Airlines pioneered local air routes across the northeastern states, starting in the 1950s before severe labor disputes mounting. Operational debts and heavy financial losses compelled a rescue merger with Allegheny Airlines in 1972, ending its distinct independent operating legacy. Northeast Airlines connected northern New England and Boston with high-demand Florida vacation destinations until severe winter seasonality, along with intense trunkline competition, severely hurt revenues, driving a merger into Delta Airlines in 1972 that dissolved its separate corporate identity. ValueJet Airlines provided budget flights across the southern states, starting in 1993, until serious safety oversights and the tragic crash of Flight 592 severely damaged public trust, prompting a corporate overhaul and complete merger into AirTran Airways in 1997. Air California operated scheduled regional flights across key intra-California markets beginning in 1967, before dramatic shifts in deregulation and intense rivalry prompted an acquisition by American Airlines in 1987, resulting in the total absorption of its regional operating network. Pacific Southwest Airlines flew high-frequency, low-cost routes across California for decades, featuring a famous smiling brand identity until USAir acquired the pioneering low-fare operator in 1987 to expand its West Coast footprint and fully absorbed all operations into its main trunkline network. Southern Airways served smaller communities across the American South, starting in 1949 until escalating operating costs and industry consolidation led to a landmark merger with North Central Airlines in 1979, forming Republic Airlines and concluding the original Southern operating brand. Midwest Airlines provided premium passenger service from its primary hub in Milwaukee, beginning in 1984, until record-high jet fuel prices and severe competitive pressures generated unsustainable financial losses, leading to its acquisition and eventual absorption into Republic Airways by 2010. Ozark Airlines built an extensive regional transportation network across the American Midwest, starting in 1950 until industry deregulation and expanding route structures drove a complete acquisition by TWA in 1986, which fully integrated its flight operations and personnel into the larger carrier. People Express Airlines introduced ultra-cheap flights during the early post-deregulation era in 1981. But rapid overexpansion, severe operational congestion, and mounting debt led to a distressed buyout by Texas Air Corporation in 1987, which absorbed the carrier into Continental Airlines. Allegheny Airlines expanded across the northeastern United States, starting in 1953 as a major regional operator until management rebranded the entire enterprise as US Air in 1979 to signal its nationwide transformation into a major trunkline carrier across the American market. North Central Airlines linked upper Midwestern towns with scheduled passenger flights starting in 1948, until strategic consolidation led to a historic merger with Southern Airways in 1979, creating Republic Airlines and bringing a final end to the North Central corporate operating name. ATA Airlines operated extensive charter and discount scheduled flights from its main base in Indianapolis, beginning in 1973, until severe financial strains following 9/11, combined with soaring fuel expenses, caused 2 bankruptcy filings and a total shutdown of operations in 2008. Piedmont Airlines connected regional communities throughout the Mid-Atlantic, starting in 1948 until massive post-war growth made it an attractive takeover target for US Air, which acquired the carrier in 1989 and systematically phased out its historic regional identity across the East Coast. National Airlines pioneered lucrative East Coast and transcontinental passenger routes, beginning in 1934, until intense bidding wars among major aviation rivals concluded with Pan Am acquiring the company in 1980, causing a disastrous financial integration that drained essential capital resources. Western Airlines operated long-haul routes across Western North America, starting in 1926, making it one of the oldest US air carriers, until Delta Airlines acquired the enterprise in 1987 to strengthen its transcontinental route network and eliminate competing Western flight corridors. Republic Airlines managed a vast Midwestern flight network, built through successive regional mergers, until Northwest Airlines bought out the carrier in 1986 to eliminate regional route overlap and secure exclusive control over key Midwestern hubs in Minneapolis and Detroit without outside competition. Hughes Air West flew across Western state destinations, featuring its iconic banana yellow livery starting in 1970 until financial losses and shifting market conditions prompted an acquisition by Republic Airlines in 1980, bringing a permanent conclusion to the popular regional brand name. Braniff International Airways was famous for colorful liveries and stylish service during its mid-century peak until aggressive global route expansion following airline deregulation in 1978 created massive debt that led to a sudden operational shutdown and liquidation in 1982. AirTran Airways operated budget flights from its primary hub in Atlanta, beginning in 1997, until SOUTHWEST Airlines acquired the company in 2011 to gain a dominant position in key Eastern markets before fully retiring the AirTran brand name by 2014. Virgin America offered mood lighting and modern passenger amenities starting in 2007 until Alaska Air Group acquired the stylish carrier in 2016 to boost its overall West Coast market share, leading to complete brand integration and retirement of the name by 2018. Spirit Airlines pioneered ultra-low-cost unbundled fares across North America, until compounding financial losses, severe engine recall issues, and a surge in jet fuel prices forced 2 bankruptcies, culminating in an orderly wind-down and complete shutdown of operations in May 2026. America West Airlines built a major hub network in Phoenix and Las Vegas, starting in 1983, until navigating bankruptcy restructuring enabled it to execute a reverse merger with US Airways in 2005, adopting the US Airways name and sunsetting the America West corporate brand. US Airways operated extensive domestic and international flight networks, following decades of mergers and restructuring, until combining with American Airlines in 2013, created the world's largest air carrier and led to the final retirement of the US Airways brand in 2015. Northwest Airlines anchored a massive Trans-Pacific and Midwestern flight network starting in 1926, until a mega merger with Delta Airlines in 2008 consolidated global operations and permanently retired the famous red-tail corporate brand identity by 2010. Continental Airlines flew key global routes from major hubs in Houston and Newark until a landmark merger with United Airlines in 2010 combined both carrier networks under the United name while preserving the distinctive Continental Globe logo across the entire merged fleet identity. Eastern Airlines operated prestigious East Coast passenger routes, starting in 1926, until severe labor disputes, crippling corporate debt, and controversial asset strip management under Texas Air forced the legendary carrier into liquidation and total collapse in 1991. Transworld Airlines pioneered global commercial aviation under Howard Hughes' stewardship until decades of mounting debt, corporate raider restructuring, and intense deregulation battles weakened the carrier, leading to an acquisition by American Airlines and full absorption in 2001. PAN AMERICAN WORLD AIRWAYS served as the iconic global flagship carrier of American aviation starting in 1927 until the loss of lucrative Pacific routes, soaring fuel costs, and the tragic Lockerbie bombing caused overwhelming debt that resulted in liquidation in 1991.